I'm David.
And we're here to talk about Big Brother.
Woo, another week, Big Brother 19.
It's really only the second week, although it feels like forever.
It does.
It does. I have mixed feelings on this week.
I know.
Alright, so if you're new to our videos, we're going to go through the televised episodes Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday.
Yep.
And then we're going to say spoilers, and we're going to talk a little bit what's on the feeds.
Right.
We're going to talk a little bit about what's on the feeds that are a spoiler. Did I say that right?
I think so.
Jeez. We're just starting. Oh my gosh. So Wednesday's episode.
Yes, it starts off and we get a little bit more of Cody's forbidden love with Alex, which I'm obsessed
You
with.
guys, I love it so much. Like, he doesn't even realize how in love with Alex he is.
He doesn't even know. He just is like masking it as like, I respect her so much as a player.
Right,
she deserves to be here.
Right.
It's like, but you, what?
But you're literally crushing on her.
Yeah.
Dude. As we had talked about in our spoiler part last episode, we get to see that when Alex pulls herself off of the block during the veto ceremony, Cody had a plan to backdoor Paul.
Yes.
Which went a little awry because Paul has his 3 weeks of safety.
Yes, so it's music and sound effects when Cody tries to put Paul up.
God.
And then they put up a graphic, right? Of
so people are
pendant, and they're like, what is that? And Paul stands up and he's like, I got the pendant of protection and I'm safe for 3 weeks. And everyone's like,
literally, well, first off, everyone's faces were quite shocked that he said Paul.
Yes.
Because remember, he told nobody what he was going to do.
Right.
So his alliance, everyone's like,
what?
Then Paul reveals this, everyone's like,
what?
So then he says, Christmas, you got screwed. Take a seat.
And everyone's like, like nobody has any idea what's going on because his alliance likes Christmas and they have no idea why she would go up on the block and not someone from the other side of the house.
Seriously. I mean, it does look shady from your alliance standpoint. I also totally get why you would want to backdoor the only vet in the house. I get it.
Yes, that's a great strategy.
But it's good TV for us to then give him a safety and it doesn't work out.
Yes.
It's much more exciting. That was one of the best veto ceremonies I've seen in a while.
It was great. And then the house explodes after the veto ceremony.
Oh, the aftermath.
Christmas is rightfully pissed because what the hell? Why are you putting someone up in your own alliance? And of course, Paul is also pissed, even though he had a little less.
Yeah, I mean, Paul should have seen that coming and not. But he that was his strategy to play the victim. He knows what he's doing. Yeah. But Christmas did not see that coming. She's mad. She's angry. The rest of the alliance didn't see it coming.
Yeah,
they're
like,
mad. They're angry. Jessica, like, I get Jessica. She like tried to tell everyone I had nothing to do with this. She goes to Cody and was like, dude, what the what?
Yeah, right. But of course, no one's gonna believe Jessica that she had no idea that this is what's gonna happen because she's in bed with Cody 24/7. Like, I would never have believed her.
And also, your actions from here on out speak louder anyway.
That's right.
And had she sort of stopped everything and said, like, Cody, I need distance. Like, I didn't see this coming.
Yes.
And she kept her relationship with Elena and Christmas and Mark and Raiden.
Start salvaging the relationships with the rest of your alliance.
They might have believed her.
Yeah.
But that's not what she chose to do. She chose to stick it out with Cody.
Yes.
And originally, so did Mark. And I get that too.
Yeah.
Mark's like, Cody's the guy that
Cody was his guy.
Yeah. We're with him. So if he says Christmas is the threat, Christmas is the threat, and we get her out.
But everyone else in the alliance starts to turn on Cody almost immediately.
Yeah.
Because everyone's thrown for a loop. So everyone's talking strategy right away, you know, going off into the secret rooms and having whispery conversations. And they're just like, what is going on? We don't want to vote on Christmas. We like Christmas.
Yes. So they do show that Mark changes his tune. They show his conversation with Christmas where they both cry.
Yes, it's very emotional.
Which is lovely.
Yes.
But what they don't show is that Dominique should get the credit for that. And it made me realize that they haven't really shown this relationship with Dominique and Mark at all.
No.
Because they're straight tight, those two. I actually, when the feeds first came on, I thought they were the showmates.
Yeah.
Because they're always together. They sit at the chess table and they talk. And Dominique's got some sense up in that girl.
She does.
And whenever they start showing more of Dominique, then everyone will be able to see it. She did a really good job of explaining to Mark how to separate emotions and game.
Yes.
And kind of broke it down and was like, but game-wise, what's your problem with Christmas? And he was like, well, that I don't have.
And she's like, you have to compartmentalize. Like, Christmas has done nothing to you game-wise, but what has Cody done to you game-wise?
Can't trust him. He's not trustworthy. Christmas is our girl. So that's what led to that change and
to the whole conversation with Christmas, and so that's how Mark flipped to the other side. Meanwhile, people are still working on Josh and Kevin and the other people trying to get the votes because people are trying to save Christmas.
Right. And of course, Josh has been in, like, nobody's liked Josh from the beginning since he blew up. Cody gets at him pretty quickly and he's like, yeah, dude, I'm there for you. But then Paul works some magic as he does, and he pulled Josh over to his side.
Yeah.
Now, the day of eviction, on the feeds, we did see Josh wavering, and we weren't sure if he was going to flip. But I kind of think that that's just going to be Josh.
Yeah.
Every eviction.
He's just that type of guy.
He's not going to know what to do.
He's going to be in his head the whole time and, like, not sure what move to make. And
we just got to settle in with Josh
just
on
get
that.
ready for more of that. So then at the eviction, it turns out that they successfully flipped a lot of people over to Christmas's side, and really it was only Jillian's closest friends in the house who voted to keep her, and everyone else voted to evict her. So
from the feeds, we had a pretty good heads up that Jillian was going, although in the house, Jessica and Cody and Alec, like, they thought they had the votes. Yes. They were completely blindsided.
Yeah, which was great. Nothing was better than seeing Cody's face after Julie announced that Jillian had been evicted. He was just totally blindsided, so pissed, like glaring at everybody, immediately trying to figure out like who voted which way, like who backstabbed me, and it was like, yes.
And because Christmas had taken this opportunity during her eviction speech to specifically call out Jessica and Cody, Jessica is lit. She's up in Christmas's face.
Yeah.
Calling her a coward because she's talking in a time that Jessica can't talk back.
Right.
Which I just say, welcome to Big Brother,
Hello,
Jessica.
Get used to it.
That's what you do with eviction
Have you
speeches.
never seen an eviction speech? And that was a great way for Christmas to convince people to keep her in the house because they know that Cody and you are her target and she's not targeting anybody else.
Make your targets clear.
Yes.
I applaud it. So people are pretty riled up. Cody's riled up against Josh. He didn't know Josh flipped.
Yeah.
The only vote that wasn't clear on the feeds was Kevin, because Kevin on the feeds said he was voting to evict Christmas. He said he was with the group of Jillian and Alex and them.
Yeah.
But he did flip his vote. That was the surprise hinky vote.
And then nobody figured it out afterward. That's what was the best part about the whole thing. Kevin has such a good social game so far.
He really does.
That everyone believes what he says. And Cody did ask Kevin, but Kevin was like, no, I voted the way I told you I was going to vote.
Yes.
And there was no second guessing the truth of that at all.
Everyone believes Kevin. Everyone thinks Ramsey's flipped, which is the most absurd flip because Ramsey's actually was friends with Jillian and had said to Christmas, sorry, I already promised Jillian my vote. Like, he wasn't hiding anything.
Yeah, and there wasn't really any, like, ill will there necessarily. He just was, like, being honest.
Yeah, like I'm friends with Jillian.
Yeah, so I'm gonna vote for her.
It's crazy how much the house has turned against Ramsey. We can get to that later, but, like, what is happening? In this Thursday episode, they do more about Christmas's foot. So this is when we see the Christmas wrecking her foot, which
I couldn't even watch. I had to fast forward.
I know. I love the way they showed it because on the feeds they had cut right when she broke it. So when the feeds came back on, she was just laying there screaming like I broke my foot, I broke my foot. But we didn't see it till the episode. She straight up broke her foot.
Yeah.
Riding the cowboy.
Oh God.
She leaves the house, goes to the doctor. Yeah. This happened on Monday, July 3rd, before the 4th. So she ended up having to leave the house again on Wednesday for an MRI after the holiday to confirm that it actually was broken. They put a cast on. Okay, HOH.
They all team up to help Paul win HOH.
Yeah, so that team had agreed they're gonna let Paul take this.
Yeah, I guess I kind of get it because maybe you think this guy's got 3 weeks of safety anyway, like let's just put him in the HOH. We all know he's gunning for Cody, so he can get Cody out and none of us have to. Or
also, he's a dictator and they're sheep and they do whatever he says.
And his social game is so good.
Such control over these people. They say things like, he's not here to win, he's just here for fun. I think he's truly here for friendship. Like, he's such a loyal person. That's all they say about him.
Who has more reason to win than a runner-up from a previous season?
Right. You don't think he's there to prove something?
Yes.
To get his win that was, like, taken from him at the last minute?
Give me a break, people. Come to your senses.
I cannot believe how Kevin and Alex, I feel, are the only two people who see
recognize
Paul. Well, and Cody, but Cody showed those cards already.
Right.
So we've agreed that Paul's gonna win HOH, or he's should take it. So they're giving Mark and Elena, they're all giving him Christmas. They're giving him their tickets.
Yep.
So he keeps rolling. Cody sees this. He's
trying to like coach some people and give them tips, but it's not working.
Obviously harder to.
Yeah, right. Easier said than done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then Paul wins.
Yes. So
I gotta tell you, I was not happy about this win.
Yeah.
Paul has too much control. Then you give him HOH.
Yeah.
It would have been much more exciting had Alex won or Jason won, like Kevin won, like something kind of in the middle, and then we would have been like, what's gonna happen?
Right.
Paul wins.
Paul wins. So now the strategy is pretty clear, but he sets it in stone when he says, like, I'm gonna backdoor Cody. I'm not gonna put Cody up on the block and give him a chance to play veto. We gotta backdoor him. So he's looking for pawns. Initially, he looks for pawns on, you know, Cody's former alliance, which is now his side of the house. So he's looking to put up Matthew and Raven. They're saying...
did not make sense, and I don't know why Paul thought of that.
Yeah.
But luckily...
Yeah, they are like, do we really need to do that? We don't need to put us up. Let's put 2 people from the other side of the house up. And you can use the same strategy. Win the veto, take one of them down, put Cody up, we're good to go.
Right, you can still backdoor someone and use other pawns.
Right.
Without taking your vote numbers away.
Yeah.
So he does end up putting up 2 pawns, but before he does, Ramsey had to do his curse.
So Ramsey reveals he has the curse where he has to put himself up as the 3rd nominee.
And this is a good week to do that because Cody is strongly the target.
Yes. But the catch is that if Ramsey wins the veto and takes himself down, then there's no replacement nominee.
Then Paul says, Alex and Josh, you're up. And he plays it off like they're not pawns, but we all
But everyone knows. And Cody knows.
Sure.
Cody knows that it's BS. But they're up on the block now.
Also, we get to see the Den of Temptation. And as we knew, America gave it to Christmas.
Yes. So she's got the Ring of Replacement now, which she can use to prevent someone from playing the veto competition, and she can play in their place.
Which, as we discussed last week, kind of seemed like, what is this? Is this even a good one?
But then it sort of started to make sense this week. If the target play the veto, she can take them off if you're trying to backdoor somebody.
So actually this week, it kind of could be important.
Yeah.
If Cody were picked to play veto and he's strongly the target, she could take him down and replace herself.
Right.
She didn't even have to play.
Yeah.
Hurt or whatever, then Cody wouldn't play. So it actually did make sense.
Yeah.
All of a sudden. So that is what has been covered on the television episodes.
Yes.
Let's go to spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. We know who wins veto.
Yes.
We know that they played a veto that was an individual comp. Paul does end up winning the veto.
Wins. And beforehand,
yes,
he talks to Ramses and he tells Ramses that he needs him to throw it so that Paul can win it and take down one of his nominees and put Cody up to backdoor.
Right. He basically says, Ramses, you can't win this. You can't take yourself off. We have to get Cody, right?
Right.
Ramses is like, yeah, sure, Paul. But then he's like, no, I can't throw this veto.
I'm on the block.
Yes, which can anyone blame him?
Yes.
You guys.
How can you not play for your own safety at every chance you get in Big Brother? Come on.
You can't ever leave yourself on the block.
No.
If you have an opportunity to take yourself down, take yourself down.
Because you never know what's going to happen. The only way to guarantee yourself safety is to get yourself off the block.
Yes.
So Ramses plays hard and almost wins the veto.
Paul, like, barely wins over Ramses.
Yeah.
So, of course, Paul is mad.
He's pissed.
He's angry. He obviously doesn't have control over Ramses.
Right.
So Ramses not good for him. Yeah. So now this whole, like, the house already didn't like Ramses, and now they are really after him. I don't like it. I don't know.
Like it either.
I get that Ramses isn't, like, everyone's best friend.
Right.
His social game isn't, like, the best.
It's not the best. Nobody can trust him.
I don't think he's that much of a target.
There seem to be much bigger targets in the house.
I enjoy him. I like his DRs.
Yeah.
He's getting more camera time than some people.
Yeah, totally. Like Elena.
Like, at all. Yeah, even Elena.
Yeah. So anyway, now, you know, Paul's strategy seems to be going full steam ahead. He's going to take down one of his nominees. It turns out he's going to take down Josh, probably, right?
He has switched it. Originally it was Alex, and now it seems like he doesn't want to leave Josh as a possibility because some people don't like
Josh, so maybe they would vote out Josh over Cody. It's harder for Cody, I think, to campaign against Alex than to campaign against Josh, so he's probably going to pull Josh down, put up Cody, and then I think it's going to be out the door for Cody, which, as much as I don't like him as a person, he makes for great drama in the house, and I'm kind of bummed that he's going so early.
It's just so early.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody really enjoys Cody.
No.
He's not even playing a great game anymore. He's kind of defeated. He's not trying anymore, which is disappointing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to kind of keep that like friction in the house.
Yes.
You don't want him to leave.
Right, but
because then what, is Paul just gonna like dominate the whole house for a couple weeks?
Could be.
I don't want that.
No, but I always say, if you get out a villain, they will find a new villain.
A new one will rise and resurface.
So maybe it will be Paul.
And Target talks back and forth, whatever. Yeah. But what do we know is coming up? Well, we don't know. What do we think is coming up? The battle back!
Yes, the battle back!
Even though Cody is more than likely leaving this week, it looks like we will have a battle back. Yes. Now, I've been saying, where's Cameron? Cameron never resurfaced online. I feel like he's been in sequester. Yeah. Now, a fan, realized that there's an extra episode that has shown up on CBS's schedule. There's a Friday episode of Big Brother in a couple weeks. I think it's the 21st.
Okay.
And that's exactly how they did the battle back previously.
Yes.
So by then, we would have Cameron, Jillian, potentially Cody, and then a fourth person by then that would battle back into the house.
Yes.
That's my hope.
Yeah.
I mean, I was already hoping for a battle back, but now that our villain is out so early, I would like him to come back in.
Me too, just to stir stuff
or Cameron, you know what?
I know, we didn't get to see enough of Cameron.
I would like to see more Cameron.
Yeah, and our next temptation that we have to vote for is the halting hex.
I read about it and now I forgot. Sorry, I should have reread that. I believe it is halting an eviction. Which, if I read it correctly, they can just say, no, this person isn't getting evicted? But I don't remember the details, so what are the stipulations to how that works? Yeah. Because that seems very powerful.
Yeah.
You guys let me know what I'm missing on that and who we should vote for that. Because that does sound exciting. But then we should also mention who got cursed. So Christmas got this current Den of Temptation. Right. But that, of course, brings a curse. And she actually got to pick. Yeah. With those awesome voodoo dolls.
Directly. So she, of course, picks Cody and Jessica, because those are her targets. Yeah. And she also picks Jason. She tried to pick...
Probably a little revenge for breaking her foot.
Sure. She tried to pick Ramses initially, which they didn't show on TV, but BB wouldn't let him get 2 curses in a row.
Yeah, thank goodness.
I know.
Jeez.
Jason and Jessica and Cody have to wear these frog costumes, which seems kind of BS compared to Ramses' curse.
Yes, exactly. This dude's literally on the block, and these people just have to wear a costume.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
But costumes are fun.
I do love seeing costumes.
Especially since Cody's under the impression that you can't get evicted in a costume, that they'll let him take it off before eviction night.
Think again.
Yeah, buddy. You're going out in a frog costume.
It's gonna be so good.
It is quite enjoyable watching Cody be miserable in a costume.
It really is.
So it was kind of an exciting week, but also, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like the excitement going down a little bit with this, like, it was so easy to get Cody out.
Yeah. And also Paul, like, being back at the top of the house. Like, it's kind of like we've seen this for a whole season already.
So I really hope the next HOH mixes things up.
Yes, I hope it's an Alex or something like that.
And I also hope Jessica figures out she's still in a game.
Come on.
And
she's given up even more than Cody, and it's like, please, you came to play Big Brother, play the game.
You came before you even knew Cody existed as a human being. Yeah. So, like, what were you gonna do before?
Right.
Do some of that.
And you can't win with Cody, so it's only gonna be one of you standing at the end. Try to make it you.
So I don't know, I hope something changes with that. I hope some excitement happens. What do you guys hope?
Yeah.
What do you want to happen? What do you think about this last week? Are you guys excited? I know a lot of people still love Paul. I guess some people are still excited about his dominating, his dictatorship.
Yes, and tell us who you're voting for the Hex.
Yes, please.
And then we'll see you next week, I guess.
Okay, we'll see you. Bye. Bye.